Hello and welcome to this new tutorial. In this tutorial you will learn how to use the SQL Server WHERE clause to filter rows returned by a query. The reason why you need to use the WHERE clause is because the select statement, when it is used to query a table, it returns all the rows of that table, which is not necessary because you may only need a few rows out of those hundreds, thousands, or maybe millions of rows. So for example, if I expand my adventureWorks database and then expand tables and then go to the person table and select top 1000 rows, I get lots of rows. Or even if I do a new query and I do select all from person. You see I get 19,972 rows, but maybe I only need one row. So the way to filter this result set with the WHERE clause is to add the WHERE keyword and after it a condition. And here the WHERE clause will only return the rows that match this condition. For example, if I do here where, for example, first name equals John, let's see how many rows we get. We get only 58 rows instead of 19,000 rows. The search condition that comes after where is a logical expression or a combination of multiple logical expressions. Let's take a look to another table here. Let's close this and let's find the product table, this one. So you see the product table has 504 rows. It's not too many products, but in a production real world database you could have more and more rows. Let's add a WHERE clause to this query. So let's say, for example, where product ID equals 1. Let's run the query, and of course I'm going to get only one row. The reason I'm getting only one row is because there is only one product that has the product ID 1. If I replace equals with another condition, for example the not equal condition, I'm going to get all the rows in this table except for the product that has the product ID equals to 1. Let's find all the products that have the color red. So we do where color equals red. And as you can see, we have 38 products with the color red. Let's see how many have the color black. we have 93 products with the color equals to black. Let's see how many products have the color black and the size M. So to do two conditions, you use the AND clause like this. So we have 5 rows or 5 products with the color black and the size M. If I use the size L instead of the size M, let's see how many. We have also 5. You can also use other comparison operators in your condition, such as greater or less. For example, let's find all the products that have the standard cost greater than 30. So let's remove this condition. And let's put here where standard cost greater than 30. Let's run this query. And as you can see, we have 235 products with standard cost greater than 30. What if we say 300? We have 130 products with standard cost greater than 30. Let's say you want to find all the products that have either the highest standard cost or the lowest standard cost. So you can do where standard cost greater than 500 or standard cost less than 10, for example. Let's find how many. We have 309. So we have 309 products that have the standard cost either greater than 500 or less than 10. For example, this product has low standard cost and this one has a high standard cost. You can also use the clause between to define a range. For example, we can say where standard cost between 10 and 700, which is going to find all the products that have the standard cost greater than 10 and less than 700. Let's run this query and we have 209 rows that meet this condition. You can also use the in clause to define a list of values or a list of possible values. For example, we can find, if we want to find all the products that have the color green and the size in one of these values, either M or L. And here I think all the colors start with a capital letter. Let's run this query and we have no products with the color green and the size M or L. Let's change the color. Let's do red instead of green, and we don't have any. Okay, let's change the color. Let's do black, and we have 10 products that have the color black and the size M or L. So you see how we use the in clause here. So in clause, you use it to define a list of possible values. If we didn't use in here, you would say color equals black and size equals M or size equals L. So this is more readable. You can also use the where clause to search for products that which the name contains a certain string. For example, we can say find all the products where the name is like shorts, which means this query is going to find all the products that have shorts, the word shorts in their name. So let's run this query, and we have 10 products that meet this condition. Let's change shorts to sports, and we have 4 products that have the word sports in their name. So the percentage here means that it can the product name can start with anything and can finish with anything, but it has in the middle the word sports. In this tutorial, you have learned how to use the SQL Server WHERE clause to filter rows based on one or more condition. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and thank you for watching.